The name Frank Lloyd Wright is connected not only to Wisconsin architecture, but as a pioneering influence on American design.
Coming up this month, fans of Wright's work will have a chance to tour one of Wright's creations never before seen to the public. News 3's Andy Choi traveled to Lancaster for a preview of the Kinney house, Andy.
Yeah, Susan and Mark, we all know about Wright's famous structures from the Johnson Wax Building in Racine to the Monona Terrace right here in Madison. But what you may not know is that Frank Lloyd Wright spent much of his time with middle-class families hoping for an opportunity to live and thrive inside works of art.
It's a lovely home.
If the foundation of family begins with the strength of a home,
It has so many elements that Frank Lloyd Wright was noted for.
the limestone walls of 424 Fillmore Street in Lancaster has been good to the Kinney family.
This is an owner-built home, which in 1951 was rather a daunting task.
Pat and Margaret Kinney approached Frank Lloyd Wright to design their $15,000 home, a considerable price 60 years ago. Final numbers for the finished home were closer to $25,000.
Took 3 years, a lot of work, a very daunting task for a family, but I think that the character of the Kinney family, the character of Margaret and Pat, is reflected in the character of the house.
And that character lies in the details of what Wright enthusiasts like MONTE MULLER call Usonian homes.
The bands of glass, which were very typical of Wright Usonian homes.
It's a distinctly American style, affordable for the common people. But there's really nothing common about the nooks and crannies of the Kinney house.
It's a unit system house. It's built on the diamond shape, all 60 and 120 degree angles. Which was, of course, part of the construction issue, finding people who would deal with those angles.
And for the first time, with the help of the Grant County Historical Society,
These are the bedrooms and the bathrooms.
the home will be available for public tours.
Well, until about 3 months ago, I didn't know it was here. I lived down the road a piece, so I didn't even know there was a Frank Lloyd Wright structure in Lancaster.
The tour not only provides reasons as to why the limestone juts out of these walls, but you'll also hear personal stories about the Kinney children climbing these walls as well.
This is my first opportunity. It's the first time that anyone outside of the Kinneys and their friends have been in the house.
Cuba City native Bob Boyd grew up always wanting to see the Kinney home's interior.
Wright was very good at creating drama architecturally and aesthetically. He knew that you can't just have a big open space everywhere because it loses interest.
A design enthusiast himself, Boyd says the home's detail clearly shows Wright was ahead of his time.
The kitchen takes my breath away because it's so incredibly functional, but yet incredibly beautiful. And this is something that was built in 1953, when 1953 homes did not have what I would consider very beautiful kitchens.
Visitors of 424 Fillmore agree the hexagonal home stepped outside the architectural box, shaping Wright's vision of American family and function.
Louis Sullivan, Wright's mentor, had coined the phrase that form follows function. And Wright expanded on that and said that form and function should be one. And it's not just a matter of form following function. It's that the form and the function all have to be part of the greater whole, which is really the essence of organic architecture.
Frank Lloyd Wright weekend will be held on September 10th and 11th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Tour tickets are $20 a piece. They must be purchased in advance. We're told Tim Wright, the grandson of Frank Lloyd Wright, will be making an appearance as well. A $100 VIP ticket includes a meet and greet dinner on Saturday with Tim Wright. All the proceeds will go to the Grant County Historical Society. For tickets, you can call the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce at 608-723-2820 or send an email to chamber@lancasterwisconsin.com. And I'm told the Kinney house still belongs to the Kinney family. So that's a really neat fun fact there. And the Kinney family will be there as well.
They commissioned Frank Lloyd Wright to build it for them, and it's still in the family.
Yeah, I mean, talk about a part of history being a part of your family.
And a side of Frank Lloyd Wright you don't normally get to see. A lot of people don't realize he did that for families.
Yeah, and it is a beautiful home.
How neat to live in a work of art.
Yeah, true.
Thanks, Andy.
Thank you, Andy.